up guys, Matt Laidlaw here from Laidlaw's Harley-Davidson, LA area's oldest, largest and finest Harley-Davidson dealership. So I'm here in San Diego at the convention center and I'm here looking at the 2019 model year bikes. Alright guys, so let's jump into this bike here. So this is a 2019 CVO Road Glide. I love the CVOs. There's no bike that gets me more pumped up. Custom Vehicle Operation is what CVO stands for. It represents the nicest, most premium top-end bagger of any manufacturer in the entire world. There isn't a more premium touring motorcycle out there than the CVO Harley-Davidson. I'm going to be showing you guys all three available paint schemes for the 2019 model year. I'm also going to be talking to you guys a little bit about what's new in the 19 model year. So the first one is red pepper and magnetic gray with black hull. This happens to be my favorite of the three. Let me know in the comments below which of the three colors you guys prefer, especially my customers, those of you who plan on buying one of these for me this year. Let me know what your favorite color is so I can be sure to order it. So this is the rear fascia here. This hasn't changed in a while. You got the extended saddlebags that kind of wrap around the exhaust at the bottom. You got the LED light strips that kind of fill in the area between the fender and the rear saddlebag. The saddlebags have this custom vehicle operation graphic painted on there. I think that's a really cool touch. A lot of people don't even know what CVO stands for. I get asked that question a lot. You got this really cool race-inspired Harley-Davidson Custom 1 on the side of the tank this year. I'm really digging the graphics on the tank this year. The intake is the heavy breather style. It's like that elbow snorkel style intake. It's a little bit different than the Street Glide. The Street Glide has that oval ventilator, what they call it. This is a 21-inch wheel. This is brand new last year, guys. They call it the knockout wheel kit. So this is different than the Street Glide. The Street Glide has a 19-inch front wheel. This is a 21, like I said. This particular paint scheme has the blacked out cosmetics, all the blacked out finishes and everything on the bike. Let's move on to the second bike here. So this is called Lightning Silver and Charred Steel with black hull. So this is the all chromed out bike. There are three motorcycles. Two of them are blacked out. One of them is chromed out. This is the chrome one. So you got your intake, your rocker box covers, your exhaust system, all the engine covers, your front forks. You can see the wheel there is chrome and black as well. Your engine guard, your floorboards, grips, handlebars, all chrome. So if you're a chrome guy, this is going to be the bike for you. Here's a shot of the new part on the bike. This is called the fairing spoiler. You can see it's a painted part. It extends from the bottom of the fairing down to the oil cooler. Really cool part that kind of gives the shark nose its fangs a little bit. This is a part you can buy out of the P&A Parts and Accessory catalog, and it will fit anything 17 model year and newer Road Glide. It's like $400 or $500. You get it paint matched from the factory. I'd highly recommend it. It gives the bike kind of a meaner look to it. This is a shot of the inner fairing. You got that lightning silver color on the inner fairing, a really cool light silver color. You can see the infotainment system there. This is a brand new infotainment system. All the infotainment systems, so even on your Road Glide and Street Glide specials and your limiteds, you got this new 6.5 they're calling GTS system. New software, new screen. It's called Gorilla Glass. It's similar to what you find like on an iPhone, so it's a lot faster, snappier, a lot more intuitive, easier to use. So yeah, the infotainment system is legit this year. Another thing I'll mention is you got the Defiance collection accessories on these bikes. So everything from your grips, your floorboards, your passenger pegs, your exhaust end caps, it's all Defiance collection stuff. So it was a brand new collection as of like a year or two ago. Really nice stuff. I'm a huge fan. So this paint color here is the Mako Shark Fade. So this is kind of the black sheep of the three Road Glides this year. It's quite a bit different. You don't have that Custom 1 graphic on the side of the tank. You've got this badging that was used on the CVOs last year. It's kind of like an outline of the bar and shield. It's real clean and simple. It looks really, really good. So as you can kind of see, as the light hits the different surfaces on this bike, you got kind of this dark to light fade. I really like the name too, the Mako Shark Fade. It kind of pays homage to the fact that this bike is nicknamed the Shark Nose Fairing. So kind of there's a reference, a shark reference in there. So here you can see the inner fairing. You can kind of see the different fades and textures of paint here. This seat is like a cross stitch seat. That's different than the other two Road Glides as well. I personally like this one a little bit better. You can see all the black cosmetics on the bike as well. You got the black intake. You can see you got the orange highlights on the lower rocker box covers. They started doing that last year with the CVOs. I'm a huge fan of those little subtle highlights there. You can see like the orange highlights in the passenger pegs as well. You can see on the right there, you've got that fairing spoiler as well that's color matched. It extends from the bottom of the fairing down to the oil cooler there. Here's a shot of the big 21-inch knockout wheel. It's all blacked out. You can see the front forks all blacked out as well. You got the LED lights. Those have been the same since the 2015 model year when they came out with the Road Glide in this new style. So you can see the lower rocker box covers there. You got highlights on the badging on the side as well, and all blacked out primary and everything. So the Street Glide has the Kahuna collection this year, so I kind of like the fact that the Street Glide has the Kahuna. It's a brand new collection. I'm a big fan of it, but the Defiance stuff is pretty cool as well. Another thing that I get asked a lot of questions about is the twin-cooled Milwaukee 8 or the lack thereof. You do not have the twin-cooled Milwaukee 8 on the CVO Road Glide or Street Glide this year. Just on the Ultra Limited you have that system. It was the same last year, and a lot of people asked the question, why didn't Harley-Davidson put the twin-cooled engine on the CVO Road Glide and Street Glide? And I have my kind of speculation on it, my opinion. I wish I would have asked the Harley engineers why that was, but I forgot to ask them. But my personal opinion is with the introduction of the Milwaukee 8 engine, you have a sophisticated oil cooling system that circulates oil around the exhaust ports of the heads, and it does a pretty dang good job of keeping the engine cool. Previous to that, in the 2016 and older model years, you had the twin cam engine, and on the CVOs you had the twin cam 110. That engine ran very, very hot, so there was a lot more of a need for it back then with the introduction of the twin cooled system in the 14 model year. But the other thing is I think with these bikes being more of a boulevard cruiser, like a hot rod bagger bike, they wanted to reduce the clutter and reduce the weight on these bikes as well. Now you still have the twin cooled system on the CVO Ultra Limited, and I think that's because that bike is postured more of a all-in touring bike with the additional storage space with the tour pack. You got the 2-up riding seat that's real comfortable. These seats are 2-up as well, but it's more of a day tripper type seat on it. So it's like buying a truck with the touring package on it. You get the bigger radiator, right? So I just feel like Harley-Davidson felt like that system was just more necessary and more worthwhile on a bike that was designed around long haul, heavyweight touring applications in mind. You also get a few other goodies that come with the CVO package. You get a exclusive CVO bike cover with this motorcycle. You get saddlebag liners as well. You also get this cool CVO key that on the fob it allows you to remotely lock and unlock your saddlebags as well. You also get the WIM, the wireless headset interface module, and a wireless headset with all these bikes. That allows you to use all the voice command functions on the infotainment system. It also allows you to take all your phone calls wirelessly when you Bluetooth your phone to the system. And you can voice command like your radio and your GPS as well. And you also get a year membership at the Harley-Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. So if you're watching this video, you're probably asking yourself if you want to go with the CVO Street Glide or with the CVO Road Glide. So let me break it down to you like this. Besides the obvious stuff like the shark nose versus batwing fairing stuff, there's a couple strengths that these two bikes have. First of all, the CVO Street Glide has the better stereo system. It has 3 amps, a total of 900 watts with 6 speakers as opposed to the 4 speakers and 2 amps on the Road Glide. So the Street Glide wins in the audio category. If you are a guy that prefers the bigger stereo system, go with the Street Glide. However, on the Road Glide, you got the big 21-inch knockout wheel on here, which is one of the features that kind of made people gravitate towards the Road Glide last year. The big 21-inch knockout wheel is a great look. This bike handles very, very well for a bike with a 21-inch wheel. One thing that a lot of people don't realize, and I see people make this mistake all the time, they go out, they take their Road Glide or Street Glide, they put a big old 21 or 23-inch wheel on the bike, then they realize the bike no longer handles or performs or brakes, or the ride comfort is completely shot at that point. Harley-Davidson took it an extra step and they reworked the front end. They resprung the bike and everything. So for a 21-inch wheel bike, this bike rides and handles very, very well. That being said, it still does not handle as well as the Street Glide. So if you're someone that values handling over looks, then the Street Glide is probably your better bet. If you're not someone who likes the look of those lower leg fairings, you feel like it's too cluttered, well, you might want to go with the Road Glide then. A lot of people asked me last year, would it be okay if I bought the Street Glide but took off the lower leg fairings and took off the speakers? I suppose you probably could do that, but why would you want to do that? You know, don't buy that bike if you don't like those extra speakers with the lower leg fairings. Me personally, I'm pretty torn between the two. I usually have a definitive bike that I prefer, but I'm kind of torn between the Street Glide and the Road Glide this year. I don't know which one I prefer. Let me know in the comments which one you guys like the best. I like the paint schemes on the Road Glide better this year. I think they knocked it out of the park. I really like that fairing spoiler they added as well. I might say that the Road Glide has a little bit of an edge, which is weird for me because I'm a Street Glide. Anybody that knows me knows I own a Street Glide and I ride Street Glides, and so I kind of prefer them. But the Road Glide's killing it this year. I would be happy with the Street Glide as well. Oh, and before I forget, the bike is $42,339. I get asked that question a lot. People in the comments section always say that I'm trying to hide it, not talking about it because it's too expensive. Yes, these bikes are a lot of money. You are buying the best factory bagger in the entire world with these bikes. Yes, you have to pay for it. They are expensive, over $42,000. Anyways, guys, let me know what colors you like. Let me know which one you prefer, Street Glide or Road Glide. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye-bye.